Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me.
That's the life.
I know.
Warrington! Hey, I was watching that!
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning and welcome. It's Nurse Richard the Wax Wizard. Thank you for joining me. There's an interesting compilation in this video. There's three or four ears and all got an interesting story, very different looking ears as well. Now this first one, the first two are really small ears, really tricky to get into. There's a cavity in the last one, and this one is potentially quite problematic as well. Now, if you're wondering where those hairs are coming from, this often happens. This, if someone's got like shortish to medium length hair, as you're inserting the suction probe, it often attracts the hairs from the head to the end of it. So a lot of the ones that you see in there are just hairs from the head that are following you down there. Obviously, it doesn't pull them off. They obviously come out when you take the suction out. This was a lady and had real trouble hearing in this ear, not surprisingly. Now, I suspect it was partly due to the wax that was in there, which we've pretty much removed the main body of it now. But her eardrum is extremely retracted, and retracted to the point that it concerned me somewhat. And you can probably already see the handle of the malleus there, which is that straight bone that you can see. It's really poking through, or it appears as though it's poking through, but it's the eardrum that's been sucked inwards and kind of wrapped around it. And there's also some other areas of retraction either side of that as well. But what did concern me, and you will see it closer up a bit later on, was there was a little tail of dead skin just to the top right, and that did worry me somewhat. Now I didn't think it was my place to have a go at removing that, because that might well be attached to something behind the eardrum, and that's why you refer onwards to the ear, nose and throat specialists for something like this. I don't know if you can just about see it there. I'll get in a bit closer. See that little tail there? And you're thinking there's one of those pockets. So there's, it's very, very wrapped around the bone there, and there's 1, 2, 3 suspicious retraction pockets there. It's retracted that much that it almost looks like it's perforated. I don't think it is, although you can't rule that out, because you can see around the rim that there's quite a clearly defined edge and a line to it. And I suspect that's just because it's been pulled in so much. Just tidying up a few little bits around the outside, just coming from deeper down and backwards, and I'm going to get a closer look at it in a minute. Quite a long and narrow ear canal, so like I said, not easy to get into. And there's that little tail there. Now, could that be attached to a bigger ball of skin? Could it have gone through the eardrum? It's not impossible, but I thought I'll let the ear, nose and throat have a look at that, see what they think. I didn't like the look of it, to be honest. What I also didn't like the look of was this ear when this chap came. I think he'd had chronic infections over a number of years. He described having issues for a long time. And he had this really hardened plug. It was so solid. But because his ear had been irritated and inflamed for quite a while, you can see it's quite, well, you won't see it yet, but when I come a bit further away, you'll see it's a bit dry and flaky. And I suspect it had been irritated for quite a while, and he's got a dead skin build up. I did persevere for a bit too long with the suction probe on that before realising that you need the hook for something like this. But when I felt it with the hook, I thought, this is solid. I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to embed this in. I was looking for my Cawthorn hook, still haven't found one yet. But thankfully I could get this in, but it took real force to push it down into it. And it's a really narrow gap, this, to get it through. Hang on, this one is crying out for a pop.
Goodness me.
There we go. And yeah, it was so solid that you see it on the magnified up there, but I actually had to retrieve it from down his top because I dropped it on him. Which is not the first time that's happened. It's kind of unavoidable, really, sometimes. I've dropped all kinds of wax on all kinds of people in all kinds of places. down tops, down the back, rolling down the shoulder, you name it. It's kind of unavoidable sometimes.
There's no way that's 3 weeks.
The last ear in this, it is an ear that if you've been watching the channel for a while, you might well have seen before. And every time I see it, it gets me really annoyed, and I'll tell you why. Because he does go to see our local public health department, and they cleared the blockage so he can hear again.
This is the one.
But what they never do, despite me telling him on numerous occasions that he's got this crater, they always leave this bit at the bottom.
I mean, it's healed
And
up, but you don't keep on top of it.
Underneath that is a huge crater. It's enormous. You will have seen it before, I'm sure. If you look for any videos of mine that says crater cavity, you'll probably come across this one. And this was only, I think, 3 or 4 weeks after he'd seen them. So there's no way this has happened in that short space of time. And the good thing is it stayed the same the whole time. It's never got bigger. This thing, it's never been infected, but only because it comes to see me and I empty out this cavity. But they should be doing that. And I've sent him with letters, pictures, even videos, and even diagrams. I drew a diagram once to say, please take this to your next appointment, so they can just not make them realise that it's not just a normal ear canal. You've got a hole in the bottom of it, and it is a very pronounced one, as you'll see when I'm starting to pull this out from the side. Apologies if I sound a little hoarse today, and there is a good reason for that. It's been look at this cavity now, but it's been bank holiday weekend here in the UK as I'm recording this. This is the Tuesday after bank holiday weekend, and me and the family, well, me, my wife and my eldest son went to a music festival quite local to us, which and we had a fabulous time. But yeah, singing a lot, and that's why my voice isn't as maybe as clear as it should be. So I do apologise if you're having trouble hearing me. But we did see some really great bands. I've got a list here who we've seen, and saw James. They were really good. I think they were quite big all over the world, not just in the UK. They were fabulous, and the Stereophonics, they were amazing. Love Kelly Jones, coolest man in rock without doubt. But what was good was I saw some younger bands, because my eldest is 22, and he said, "Dad, you should check these out. Check these out." I'm like, "I've never heard of them. I'm clearly not down with the kids anymore." So he took me to see some other bands, and I'm glad he did. Introduced me to a lot of great new music. Probably my favourite out of all of them was a Scottish fella called, he was only a young kid, called Dylan John Thomas. You should go and check him out. Really good. And it's nice to see. It's kind of like a Scottish folky music with a modern slant on it. So it's really nice to see these old traditional types of music really coming back. So really enjoyed that. Who else did we see? The Wombats, they were good. Ocean Colour Scene were good. The K's are from round here. Go and check them out if you've not heard of them. As are the Lathams. Lottery Winners, one of my favourite bands, from the town I'm from. Went to the same school as a couple of them. As always, go and check them out as well. Very entertaining to watch. Star Sailor as well. They were a blast from the past. Big band in the 90s they were. And I actually went to music college with them. I doubt they'd remember me, but nice to see them doing well. So yeah, that's why I'm really a bit croaky today. We had a good time though. That was always the main thing. Oh, it was wet though, but I'm glad we bought some. What do you call them? Some anoraks, not an anorak. I don't know why it's completely fallen out of my head now. It's like a disposable rain mac that you see a lot of them wearing at festivals. It'll come to me. But I've completely forgotten what they're called now. What are they called? That's really bugging me. No, it's gone. Someone will tell me in the comments, but I'll remember just as I've finished this video, no doubt. But I'm glad we got them, because you see a lot of people selling them for like 10 quid for this little piece of plastic outside these festivals, but we thought ahead and got some before we went in. So you can see this cavity's all nice and cleared out now. And hopefully next time he goes to see public health, they'll have a go at it, but probably won't. Despite me telling them that it's there, they'll just think, no, just make him here, see the eardrum again, off you go, off you pop. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.